Happy Monday. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Monday. I certainly am. It is raining outside here, but that's about typical fall here. It's kind of cool and just enjoying the rain. Put on your nice rain boots and get your jacket on and go outside and do what you need to do. No one stops here because of rain. If you did, you wouldn't do anything. So we're all used to it here. So I'm enjoying my Monday, and I hope you're enjoying yours. And I am, as you can see, I've done a little chopping of hair. This is probably as much as you're going to see me talk about hair. Is at the beginning of these things, these vlogs. This is what I needed to do. I had to chop in my transition. I had to chop all the rest of my permed hair, relaxed hair off and stuff. And so I chopped it off, and now I've got a little short mini afro. Hopefully it'll start growing. My husband keeps telling me, "Oh, you should get it, kind of tighten up, so it'll be even." And because I cut it myself and stuff, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna go ahead and let it grow. I don't want it any shorter than it is right now and stuff. And I don't want to go to a barber and have them, shorten it up or anything like that. I like it exactly the way it is. Actually, I like short hair like this. Um, I haven't had it enough, but I like it. This is like no fuss, no muss. I love it and stuff. I just get up, get out of here and everything. And so it's really nice. But today I'm going to come and I'm just talking about, you know, um, well, I'm saying maybe it's time you moved on. And I'm not saying that in the context of like a relationship because I've talked about that before about moving on from a relationship, but I'm talking about in some of the stuff that we're doing in our lives. And we all have different phases and different times in our lives where we're learning stuff and we're discovering things about ourselves and about our lives and about who we are. But there's a time where you need to move on you know. And I know a lot of people come to my blog, and I finally kind of found a niche for myself when it comes to blogging and blogging. I had a kind of all over the place and stuff, and I'm a little still all over the place. It's just kind of my personality and stuff. But I've kind of found out, about relationships and about mental health and and about feeling good about yourself and stuff like that and things of that nature. My series on emotional abuse and boundaries and stuff. And so not just relationships with other people, but relationships with family members and stuff like that. Now I talk about all that in the context of black women and interracial dating, but really what I say can be put for anybody just about and stuff. So I can use this for anybody. But, my core audience, that's who it is and stuff. And so I don't expect people to come on here and start asking me to talk about other things like politics or to talk about food or other stuff like that or makeup. And although I'm wearing makeup, I'm not a makeup blogger and I'm not a hair blogger. That's why I really don't talk about hair because that's not what I do. That's not my niche and stuff. And so I do what I do, and I'll probably do it over and over again, and I'll discover things and I'll rediscover stuff, but I'll still keep talking about the same things. And I've been noticing that if I go on somebody else's blog, people are always like, well, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Why don't you do? And I'm just thinking, well, if this is what they do, then you should let them do what they do and what they do best. I mean, some blogs are really good at what they do. I read a lot of different blogs, and many of them are on the little blog list to the side here, and they are to this side, and they are really dynamic at what they do. I mean, they have a niche, and that's what they do. Now, if the niche is something that I'm not particularly kind of feeling right now, although I'm giving you the information, it may not be for me. And there are, some blogs that I was going to for a long, long time, and I was posting and reading and everything and talking and all this sort of stuff. And then after a while, I figured, I'm kind of over this. It's not really helping me. It's not helping me grow. It's information that I already know and stuff. And as great as it is, I'm really I'm really gone beyond maybe this blog or these blog articles and stuff, And you can't expect one blog to be everything for you. I don't ask people in their blogs, well, why don't you do stuff like this and why don't you do stuff like that? That's not my thing. This is your blog. You do whatever you want to do. You write whatever you want to write. It's not for me to tell you what to write and how to write it, and stuff. And so if I'm looking for something else, I'll go out and I'll find that information or somebody else talking about that subject, and stuff. Like I say, I'm not a mental health expert, and there are some people that do some expert stuff on it, but I'm not a mental health expert. So I'm not expecting people to come here if you really have deep problems to come here and try to get advice from me. I'm not a therapist, and stuff. But, there's information and insight that I can maybe give you. But, there are people who may look at my blog for a while and think, this is not really what I need. And they may move on, That's okay. I'm not mad about people going where they need to go. You just have to go where you need to go. There are lots of great blogs out there, and they're all covering all sorts of subjects. Now, like I say, I don't do, even though I talk about black women in interracial relationships, I don't do black women's empowerment. That's not something I do, and stuff. I just do general empowerment, and stuff. But I don't do black women's empowerment, and stuff. Really, if it came to me and black women's empowerment, I'd be kicked out of that club so fast, it would be make your head spin and stuff, because I have a different opinion and something different that I want to say that's maybe outside of what's being said on BWE. Now, it's not like I'm against BWE. It's fine. It's great for what it does. There are lots of black women that actually need that. I'm not that black woman. I don't need that, and stuff. I've been feeling empowered for a long time. So when I go to those places or see those articles, they're not really speaking to me. But I don't ask people to do something else. When I saw that there was a niche missing talking about black women and interracial relationships and people in marriages and in relationships, what you need to watch out for, things you maybe need to avoid regarding, abuse or things like that, how you make boundaries and stuff like that, I just decided, hey, there's something that I know something about. Why don't I fill that niche instead of asking somebody else to do something that, you ask somebody, oh, what can they do? And, oh, what can we do? And you're thinking, well, I'm the somebody that can do it. And so I left that alone. I started doing something myself. I didn't worry about asking anybody about doing something. I just went for the goal and started doing it myself. And I'm enjoying doing it. Now at some point, somebody may be beyond this blog. And they may be beyond the information that I'm giving them. And they may be moving towards something else, They may be moving toward a actual relationship. They may be moving toward, something into more dating and stuff. And although I do a little dating stuff, dating is not my area of expertise, which I've said again and again. There's lots of people that do lots of good stuff about dating. And so you need to go out and find those people. Like I say, right here on this side, there's somebody over here that's talking about dating. And a lot of these ladies that are blogging over here are absolutely fabulous. They deserve your support and attention, and stuff. And so if you're looking for something, maybe somebody's getting ready to travel. Well, I'm not the traveling blog. That's not what I do. But there are ladies here that are doing traveling stuff. And I think it's important for you to, go there and find out what it is that you need. Stop asking for blogs. And I've seen this again and again. And I just think it's a little bit overbearing of people who come on blogs and who read people's blogs to start asking them to do what they want them to do. Nobody pays me for this. I don't even get a check for this. This is just free from me. This is just something I feel like I need to do. This is free from me. Now, this is stuff that I know and that I want to share with people. And so I share it with people. This is just from me to you. I'm not asking for nothing. I'm not asking for donations. I'm not asking for nothing. I live fine. I have no, I'm not desperate for money. Okay. And stuff. And so, and I could do this when I want to do this. I like doing this because I can do what I like and I can say what I like and stuff, and so, you start asking for money from people and then people want to make demands and all that sort of stuff. That's the weird thing about money. Then people think they own you and it's like, oh no. So I just do what I do right now because this is what I like to do, and everything. And so, and I may have stuff that may not have anything to do with some of the niche subjects that I talk about, during the week. But I tell you what, there are lots of people that have more to say on subjects, less to say on subjects. You're needing information that I may not be able to give you and stuff. You may want to find somebody else that gives you that information, but don't demand that the blogger who has made the blog give you everything that you need. Everything, absolutely, you need everything. And I don't like this. You talk too much about this and you do too much. Hey, listen, you don't have to be here. Okay, you can find another blog that doesn't talk about what it is that I'm talking about. It's not a big deal. You can go anywhere. And there are lots of people that will talk about things that you have an interest in, and stuff. But for the time being that you're here and you can glean some knowledge, I say take the knowledge. And maybe one day you'll meet somebody and they'll be saying, hey, I'm having an issue with this or I'm having an issue with that. I think I'm being emotionally abused, or somebody who's having issues with boundaries, and you can send them here. If I have a best friend who's getting ready to move out of the country. Not that she's not lived out of the country before, but she's moving out of the country. And so I've given her all the black women I know that do expatriate blogs. And I'm like, hey, get in touch with these women. You want some information? Get in touch with them, and stuff. I don't try to talk about those subjects or try to give her advice about something that I'm not really sure about and I'm not an expert on. Now, that's just my personal pet peeve. I don't like people talking about things that they don't know about. To me, that just makes you seem stupid, and stuff. And I don't want to look stupid, so I don't talk about stuff that I don't know about or have any idea about or haven't, maybe experienced or something like that. I'd rather go to somebody that knows something than people that are just sort of guessing here and there and stuff. And so I share my experience with you all, but I haven't experienced everything, so I can't share everything with you all. And if there's something that you're thinking, hey, I wish this blog would talk about this, or I wish they would talk about that, why don't you go out and make a blog yourself? Somebody needs your advice. Somebody needs your expertise. Someone was asking me about having my husband on and all, and I know there are a lot of black women who come on with their husbands and boyfriends and when they're in interracial relationships, and they talk about their relationship and blah, 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 and all this stuff. Yeah, and as I said, you're never going to see my husband, ever. Because that's not his thing. He doesn't do that, and stuff. And I respect his space and what it is that he wants to do. I wouldn't ask him to come on here. I wouldn't beg him to come on here. I would put him on here by force and stuff. And so that's never going to happen. The best you need to know is, yes, I have a husband, and he's a wonderful, wonderful husband. And, there may be other stuff, but you won't see him, and he won't be talking on here and stuff. And so there may be another blog where people have their husbands on, and they talk, and they share information and advice, but mine is not the one and stuff. And so I think it's something for people who follow different blogs and different things like that, who follow stuff, to understand that maybe you demanding that someone do something for you or tailor their blog just for you is a little bit overbearing, okay? And maybe you just need to find another blog that does what it is. I mean, there's a million of them out there, and somebody who does what it is that you'd like to know or information. And if you can't find it, do it yourself, and stuff. But it's important that you all understand that us as bloggers and people on YouTube and this or that, we have lives and stuff we have to do. I mean, I have a life. Besides this, I have stuff I have to do. I have a family. I have my husband. I have friends, and stuff. And there's all kinds of stuff that I'm doing with people all the time. And this is not my life. This is a part of who I am. And actually, it's a decent, I wouldn't say it's overwhelming, but it's just a part of who I am. I do lots of other stuff, and I have lots of other stuff I'm doing. At this moment, I'm still trying to get pregnant. So right now, that's really my focus. Probably by the time I get pregnant, you may not see me on here a lot, okay? Because that's going to take up a lot of my time, being a pregnant type 1 diabetic and everything. So that's going to take up a lot of my time and a lot of my energy and everything. So, but it's not a slight against you as a people who read my blog or watch my vlogs. I'm really happy you're here. I'm really thrilled that you're getting to share something in my life, and you're getting some experience, and you're giving me some of your experiences, and we're trading information and knowledge back and forth. I'm really thrilled by all of that. But that doesn't mean you get all of me. And that doesn't mean you even get a good portion of me. You get what I give you, and that's about it and stuff, And maybe if you're feeling like, you've heard everything on here and you just, or any other blog, anywhere else, you've heard anything and you just don't want to hear anymore and you want something new and you want something different, maybe it's time that you moved on. It's okay. I moved on from some places that I was at intensely, okay, and made some really good, really good friends on the internet via those places. But now it's just time to go, and it's time to move on. And that's okay too, and stuff. You can still go back and every once in a while see what they're doing and comment every once in a while. But, if you're looking for new information or you're looking for something new or something that's going to bring something new to your life and you're not finding it where you're at, go out there in search of other blogs. And I suggest that you go to my little list right here. Go over there. See, right over there. Go over there and look at those and see if you find something interesting. I think they're interesting and stuff. They may be a little different, but see if you find something interesting. You may find something that you actually like. So for that, that's just pretty much it. If you're here and you're getting all the knowledge that you can ever stand to get, and right now this is exactly what you need, stay. I have lots more to share with you. All right, I'll talk to everybody later. Bye.